The theory that the reality we experience might actually be a simulation created by an advanced intelligence has intrigued philosophers, scientists, and science enthusiasts for decades. While the idea that the universe could be a simulation dates back to science fiction and ancient philosophical hypotheses, it is in the field of quantum physics that this theory has found new foundations and has become the subject of increasingly serious debates. The simulation hypothesis was popularized in 2003 by Swedish philosopher Nick Bostrom, who proposed that one of three possibilities must be true. 1. Technologically advanced civilizations collapse before they are able to create simulations as detailed as the universe. And 2. Advanced civilizations have the technological capacity but choose not to create such simulations. Or 3. We are living in a simulation, as it is likely that there are many more simulated universes than real ones. If we accept the third hypothesis, then the chances that we are living in a simulation would be statistically higher. Bostrom's central idea is that if it is technically possible to create a simulation that accurately reproduces the laws of physics and conscious experiences, then a sufficiently advanced civilization could create numerous simulations of universes. This leads us to question whether our own universe might itself be one of these simulations. Quantum physics, with its counterintuitive principles and seemingly magical phenomena, has become a fertile ground for the exploration of this theory. Quantum mechanics deals with the behavior of subatomic particles, such as electrons and photons, which do not follow the same laws as classical physics. Instead, these particles exist in states of probability until they are observed or measured, a phenomenon known as quantum superposition. One of the most intriguing concepts is Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, which states that we cannot simultaneously know the exact position and momentum of a particle. This limitation can be seen as analogous to the resolution of a simulation. In a simulated system, certain details might only be defined when observed or when they interact with the environment. In other words, reality would not be rendered in infinite detail, but only as needed, similar to how a video game renders graphics only when the player approaches a specific area. Another relevant concept is wave function collapse, which refers to the fact that quantum particles only assume a defined state when observed. Before observation, these particles exist in a superposition of possible states. This behavior is extraordinarily compatible with the idea of a simulation, where the universe saves computational resources by determining the exact state of a particle only when necessary. That is, when it is observed. In recent decades, some researchers have explored the idea that the universe might be a form of quantum computer. This line of thought suggests that the physical laws governing our universe could actually be algorithms programmed into a form of cosmic code. The idea that space-time is discrete, rather than continuous, has gained traction, leading to proposals that the universe functions as an information processing network on a quantum scale. One of the most intriguing studies in this area was conducted by James Gates, a theoretical physicist and cosmologist who found mathematical structures called error-correcting codes within the equations of string theory, a model that attempts to unify quantum physics with Einstein's general theory of relativity. These codes are similar to those used in computers to ensure that data is transmitted correctly and without errors. Gates's discovery suggests that the very structure of the universe might have properties similar to a computational code, which could be an indication that we are living in a simulation. Additionally, researchers have been exploring quantum gravity, an attempt to unite quantum mechanics and general relativity to understand whether space-time can be understood as an information grid. If this hypothesis is true, space-time could be the hardware on which our simulation runs, while the laws of physics would be the software that defines how this simulation operates. If we accept that reality is a simulation, the implications for our understanding of consciousness, free will, and existence itself are profound. One of the major questions that arise is the nature of consciousness. Is consciousness a byproduct of the simulation, a kind of parallel processing that occurs as part of the simulated universe? Or could consciousness exist outside the simulation as an entity capable of interacting with the simulated world in ways we do not yet fully understand? The idea that consciousness can transcend the simulation suggests that spirituality and meditative practices might be ways to explore or even transcend the limits of this simulation. In esoteric and spiritual traditions, there is the notion that physical reality is an illusion or Maya, and that the true goal of life is to awaken to the spiritual reality beyond the material world. If we are living in a simulation, this idea could take on a new dimension, where spiritual awakening is understood as transcending the limitations imposed by the simulated system. Although the simulation theory is highly speculative and far from being proven, it offers a fascinating perspective on the nature of reality and our place within it. The connection with quantum physics suggests that the strange and counterintuitive phenomena we observe in the subatomic world might be hints of a more complex underlying reality than we can imagine. This theory challenges us to reconsider what we understand as real and invites us to explore the possibility that the universe, with all its complexities and wonders, is the creation of an advanced intelligence that may be beyond our current understanding. As science continues to investigate the mysteries of quantum physics and cosmology, the simulation hypothesis remains an intellectual provocation that forces us to question the boundaries between the physical, the digital, and the spiritual. As we reflect on the possibility that reality is a simulation, a fundamental question that emerges is the power of consciousness in creating and perceiving the universe. Consciousness, in its essence, can be seen as the key element that interacts with reality, shaping and defining it in ways we do not yet fully comprehend. If reality is indeed a simulation, this suggests that consciousness has the ability to transcend the limits of the physical world, influencing and even co-creating the reality around us. This idea leads us to consider that the universe is not just a fixed and predetermined structure, but a dynamic field where consciousness plays an active and vital role. In this context, the practice of self-awareness and spiritual development can not only transform our individual experience, but also influence collective reality on a fundamental level. The hidden power of human consciousness has been a subject of fascination and mystery throughout history for philosophers, scientists, and spiritualists alike. Consciousness is not just what allows us to experience the world around us. It can also be a creative force, capable of influencing and shaping reality in ways that are only beginning to be understood. Studies in the field of quantum physics suggest that the act of observation can alter the state of a subatomic particle, raising the possibility that consciousness is not merely a passive observer, but an active agent in the construction of the universe. This hidden power of consciousness implies that, on some level, each individual may have the ability to influence the universe. Ancient spiritual traditions have always suggested that the mind and spirit can alter reality, whether through meditation, prayer, or focused intentions. Now, with the advancement of quantum theories, we are beginning to see a potential alignment between these ancient practices and modern science. Furthermore, human consciousness may be a key to unlocking the greatest mysteries of the universe. Questions such as the origin of life, the nature of time and space, and even the purpose of existence may be deeply intertwined with consciousness. If consciousness is, in fact, a primordial force in the universe, then understanding its nature and capacity may offer us valuable insights into the secrets of the cosmos. There is also the intriguing question of how consciousness relates to time and space. Some theories suggest that consciousness may not be bound by the same laws that govern the physical world, allowing for experiences such as premonition or intuition that defy the linearity of time. This suggests that consciousness may operate on a deeper and more fundamental level, connecting with aspects of the universe that are still beyond the reach of conventional science. As we contemplate the hidden power of consciousness, we are led to reflect on our own role in the cosmos. If reality is, in some way, a projection or reflection of collective consciousness, then each of us has a role in the co-creation of the universe. This perspective gives us not only a profound responsibility, but also immense hope, as it suggests that we have within us the power to shape our destiny, both individually and collectively. With this understanding, we approach the mystery of the universe not as passive spectators, but as active participants with the capacity to explore, influence, and ultimately comprehend the depths of existence. The journey to unravel these mysteries is both an external and internal exploration, where self-knowledge and the expansion of consciousness can guide us beyond known limits, revealing new dimensions of reality and being. I deeply appreciate your presence and for exploring with us these intriguing questions about the nature of reality and the boundaries of science. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, leave your comment, and share your thoughts. And to continue following fascinating discussions like this, subscribe to the channel and activate notifications so you don't miss our next videos. Your participation is essential for us to continue this journey together. Thank you very much, and see you next time.